sobrang. Kumbaga, it has really kept me up at night. Why? Because parang pinagpapalit ko yung isang career that I have done for the last decade. Tapos at the same time, if I cross the line, is it something that I can really sustain? Is it something na talagang kaya ko ba talagang panindigan? All right? But, all right, I want you to think and really understand this. Yung iba sasabihin, oh, this is not true. I've got clients, may clients ako. I've got skills. Okay, I'm doing fine. But let me just ask you something. What happens when you actually run out of luck? Okay? So, because right now, most freelancers are growing by accident. I started with this. Bigla ako nakaklose ng client. Ang saya ko, I remember that day. Sobrang saya ko nung araw na yon na parang, ano pa ako, I remember kneeling down and thinking, God, baka this is really for me, no? So it is really for you. But the thing is, did you actually just close client by accident, right? How did you get to your last client? Probably a random referral, probably, may biglang nag-inbound message sa'yo, or, that they actually found you. But let me tell you the real truth, okay? That's not a business. That's actually a ticking bomb. Okay? Lahat tayo parang lagi tayong on toes. Paano pag nawala yung client? Ito lang yung pinagkakapirahan ko ngayon. Or paano kung hindi ko siya ma-retain? Diba? Na hirap ako i-retain. And lagi talaga ako na parang, ang ano ko is lagi lang akong nakabaw. Nakayuko lang tayo. Yes, person lang ako. We don't believe in that. That's why our mentees are really confident. Okay? So, what happens when the accident stop? Tapos nag-silent yung inbox mo, no? Wala nang mga nag-i-inquire. Bakit? Ang dami kasing freelancer ngayon. Sobrang daming freelancer ngayon. Okay? So, what happens when the lucky break doesn't even come? Paano yung breakthrough? Wala. No? Okay? Paano na yun? That's when reality hits. Okay? That most freelancers, kumbaga parang sa kanila, too late na. Wala na, biglang nawala na yung kliyente or probably hirap na hirap silang mag-bounce back. And then maiisip nila, di sa akin para freelancing. Balik na lang ako sa corporate, balik ako sa BPO, balik na lang ako sa pagtitinda. Balik na lang ako sa pag-abroad, di ba? Those people are going to really stop. Ang bilis nila talagang kumbaga sumuko. Right? So, 1 month busy ka, the next you're broke, no? O nanghihiram ka. Yung mga nag-uumpisa ganun, right? Okay? So, syempre, drowning ka sa trabaho, tapos biglang tulala ka pala sa screen, no? Hoping na may mag-message yung client, okay? Pagod na hirap na hirap ka. And narinig ko lahat ng ibang mga sinabi kanina. So, Charms was actually asking people, no? Yung iba, panic pa kasi nagpanic pa kasi bigla siyang binitawan ng kliyente. So, kailangan niya ng survival mode. Kailangan niya mag-drop ng rates. And then you start taking on low-quality clients just to survive. Right? Freelancing isn't supposed to feel like a survival. Truth yun. Okay? There is a stage of survival. Pero it doesn't have to be that way. So, I'm saying to you that we are trying. We are really trying to revolutionize things. And we are hoping that together we can succeed. Right? For most people, that's exactly what it is. Kaya nakita ko yung chat, no? Sa pool kami. That's exactly what it is. Nasa survival mo doon. So nag-ano ka na, ang asawa mo, tinatanong ka na, no? Ano ba? Bakit ka nag-resign sa trabaho? Mapapakain ba tayo niyan? May mga bills tayo. Diba? So, have you ever had, pachat ako, have you ever had a month with no clients? Or, kung hindi naman, lahat ba tayo parang sobrang perfect na lahat, may clients lahat, talagang hindi dumaan dun sa feast and famine? I'm just gonna ask you, no, if ever na hindi naman clients, is there a time na delay ang payment ng client sa'yo? Sige, pa-type naman ako. Engage tayo. Pag nandito ka, no client, 7 months. That's really hurtful. Pero nandito pa rin. Okay, legit. Okay. Yan, delayed ang payment. Tapos nag-pause yung client. Eto, experience ko, bigla kaming tinanggal sa Slack out of nowhere. Tinanggal kami lahat sa Slack. Wala na kaming access sa lahat. Diba? So lahat, tinanggal tayo lahat sa ng access bigla, no? Out of nowhere. Okay? So I just wanted to make sure na na nakaka-relate or yung mga nandito sa loob actually resonates with me. Kasi kung hindi, then question yourself, baka perfect ang freelancing career nyo, no? This is not normal. Okay? And it's not your fault. Hindi mo talaga fault yun. Kasi we've been told that freelancing dapat talaga, oh, sala-sala talagang ganun, di ba? Laban, laban, laban. Tapos, just go out there and ano. Of course, that would be um, everybody na talagang gusto lang talagang tumawid. But, again, we're trying to improve that norm. Okay? Kasi people are thinking na ano parang okay lang to, ganito talaga. Pero we're trying to improve it. Okay? It's not your fault. You've been told na if you're good, clients will find you. Tama? Let me tell you an honest truth. That's a lie. People are not gonna find you even if you're really good. Most freelancers don't fail because they lack skills. Okay? Hindi sila nagsa-struggle because hindi sila magaling. I believe na yung mga freelancers na yan, kaya sila magaling is because, kaya sila, kumbaga parang gustong mag-freelancing, kaya ko to, bukod sa malakas ng loob, they really have this intellectual, ano din, kumbaga, skills. Meron silang talagang mga talino, okay? They really have something to offer. But the truth is, freelancers fail because they lack system. Yun ang totoo nun. Okay? They're struggling because they have no system to make their success predictable. Right now, your entire career depends on luck. Don't get me wrong, nag-umpisa kami dyan. I'm just saying to you na we're offering a different approach. Okay? And luck is the worst business strategy in the world. We don't rely on luck. We really have to work for it. We really have to understand how they do it, no? How successful people have done it. All right, so what happens when referrals stop coming? What happens when they burn out? Freelancers burn out, diba? What happens when luck stops working? What if it happens to you? Okay? So I just wanted to make sure na you work harder dapat instead of smarter. 'Di ba? Kumbaga parang ano ang nangyayari is you work harder, laging work harder kaysa smarter. You trade time for money. You trade time for money, which is wrong. Sobrang mali yun. Late ko yun na-realize. Sabi ng asawa ko, uy, buti ano tawag dito, buti may time ka na sumagot sa akin. Sabi niya sa akin, buti ano, tagay. And yeah, that's when it hit me, no? I have been doing freelancing the wrong way. Okay? Buti na lang suportado tayo ng mga ng mga asawa natin, no? All right. Here we go. I think by that time medyo nag-sink in na, no? This is how we are going to just make you realize that we really have to do something. All right? And I turn over to Ma'am Shi to continue.
Alright. So, napakasakit, no? Mapanakit ba si Ice? Comment naman dyan kung mapanakit si Ice. Walang magagalit. Yeah, no, siya kan. Yeah. You know why it hurts so much? Because that's reality. No? Sometimes we think that it's not. We make ourselves believe na, na hindi. Pero that's reality. And now that you're hearing it, it actually makes it feel real. Na yung mga nasa isip nyo lang, suddenly someone is telling you. And you now realize, I am not the only person in this boat. Napakadami. And we share the same boat. I've been in the freelancing industry for what? 23 years already. And maswerte kayo, no? Kasi this batch, ang daming nagkalat ng programs, ang daming nagkalat na community. Ako, nananahimik lang ako sa paanan ng bundok ni Maria Makiling. Trying to survive, trying to build my own agency, trying to, like make freelancing work for me. Pero as just like everybody, when I was there, kahit wala mga social media and all, um, akala ko, I have a strategy, no? Akala ko, because I am, like getting clients, ganyan, that I do have a strategy. But what I actually have is hope. Most freelancers are. Akala nyo you have a strategy, but really, what you actually have is hope. Hoping that clients will keep coming, hoping that referrals will never stop, hoping that their luck will hold out. But hope is not a strategy. Getting clients by luck is not a business strategy. You see, guys, hope is unpredictable. No? Umaasa ka na may mag-i-inquire, na may babalik na kliyente. Pero paano kung isang buwan na, tahimik pa din? Paano kung swerte lang pala yung dahilan ng success mo? Nakaka-relate ba kayo doon? Yung, wow, I'm earning six-figure income. Pero bakit ka pala nakakuha ng six-figure income? Kasi may nag-refer na kliyente. May biglang nag-inquire sa services ko. Right? And you grew. Bakit? Kasi yung nakuha mong kliyente, ay magaling na kliyente to. Tong kliyente na to, I have, a lot of business opportunities. Dito ko na-build yung agency ko kasi this client started to, like, look for more agents sa akin. But if someone asks you, can you repeat the process? No. Because it's based on luck. Tama? Meron ba naka-experience ng ganyan? Yes, di ba? Pag tinanong ka, how to be you, alam mo, pinakamasakit at anong tanong is how to be you po. Hindi ko alam kung paano sagutin yan. Paano mo nagawa yan? Paano ka naging ganito? Paano ka naging ganyan? Can you tell them that the reason why I'm actually earning six-figure income is because someone referred a client to me? Oh, I have a business partner in the States who's actually giving me those leads. Paano biglang nagkahiwalay kayo? Nga. Wala nang leads, goodbye na. Pero guys, hindi dapat ganito yung freelancing, no? Hindi mo kailangan isugal yung income mo buwan-buwan. Kasi it's possible. Pwede ka magkaroon ng system that will allow you to have continuous flow of clients or projects. Dahil ang tunay success of freelancing is not by accident or luck. Tama? Tama ba? Comment naman kayo dyan kung naniniwala kayo sa pinagsasasabi ni Ma'am Shitish. Alright. Okay. So guys, I want you to look at this. The Chamba cycle. Sino na nakarinig nito ng Chamba cycle? Meron na ba? Mga nakarinig na ng Chamba cycle? Bago lang? Oo. Kasi VBI lang to, char. Okay, look at this cycle, guys, now. Hustle, client chasing, unstable income, and burnout. This isn't just a concept. This is the reality for most freelancers. No? Ito yung tinatawag namin na Chamba cycle. And the worst part, most freelancers don't even realize that they're stuck in it. So ano ba yung Chamba cycle? Stage 1, the hustle. Okay? The hustle is the never-ending grind. Ito yung nag-start ka na mag-hustle. Every day, you wake up not knowing where your next client will come from or yung next project, kung project-based kayo, no? So you grind. Send proposals, posting, networking, outreach, hoping that something clicks, no? You're stuck in a cycle. Gigising, hahanap ng kliyente, mag-a-adjust sa budget nila, tatanggapin kahit sobrang baba yung rate dahil kailangan. Paulit-ulit, walang kasiguraduhan. Hindi mo hawak yung oras mo, hindi mo hawak yung kita mo, hassle lang ng hassle. Pero bakit walang progress? Parang no matter how hard you try, no matter how yung effort mo sobrang dami, pero you feel stuck. Tapos pag nakakita ka ng mga post na, uy, may na-close na client si ganito, may na ganyan. Uy, ito naka 1 million, ito ganito. Napapasana all ka na lang. Sometimes gusto mong mag-ano sa kanila, gusto mong mag-celebrate with them, pero aminin natin, no, tayo mga hipokrito at hipokrita. May inggit, may question mark. Nagtatrabaho din naman ako eh, pero bakit parang to lagi nila nakakakuha ng magandang projects, ba't ako hindi? What's wrong with me? Okay, so that's the first stage. The second stage is the client chasing. Ito yung survival mode. Living in survival mode. So what does it mean to be in this stage, no? So finally, nagkaroon ka na ng client. Wow! Ang saya! May client! Tapos, ang offer ng client mo, ganda, 6-figure, di ba? 10K, 10,000 a month. But instead of feeling secure, you're already worried about the next one. Stuck ka between doing the work and desperately searching for more. Bakit? Ano sabi nila? You cannot put all your eggs in one basket. Tama? No? Hindi mo pwedeng ilagay sa isang basket lang lahat ng itlog na yan. Bakit? Kasi pag nalaglag yung basket, basag lahat ng itlog, paano ka na? Tapos kumuha ka ng kotse. Kasi maganda yung income mo, di ba? Uy, pa-approve. Ang bilis naman din nila mag-approve ng kotse ngayon, no? Tapos after 2 months, feeling down ka. Bakit? Nawala yung kliyente mo, paano ka babayadan yung kotse ko? Masakit na yung loob mo kasi nawalan ka ng kliyente. Masakit na yung loob mo dahil kulang yung pambayad mo ng bills mo. Masakit sa loob mo dahil ang tagal-tagal mong inasam na magkaroon ng kotse. Now that you have it, you need to give up. At alam mo kung ano yung pinakamasakit sa ating mga Pilipino? Masakit mapahiya. Na pagkatapos mong i-post, kinongratulate ka ng mga bashers at saka ng mga tunay na kaibigan, isosoli mo pala yung ano, yung kotse. Tama. Mapapride tayo eh. Di ba? So kahit gaano ka kasipag, hindi ka na makarelax. Habang tinatapos mo yung isang project, iniisip mo na agad yung susunod. Tapos pag natapos na, balik ka ulit sa paghahanap. Papadala ka ulit ng proposal, aabang na reply, umaasang may kukuha sa'yo. Walang pahinga. Again, walang kasiguraduhan. Parang laging may kulang. Alam niyo yung hugot, pinigay ko ng lahat. Pero parang bakit may kulang pa din? Iniwanan mo pa rin ako. Ay, iba na pala yun. Step 3, stage 3, unstable income. Ito na yung constant financial stress. And because you don't have a system, your income is unpredictable. No, 1 month you're doing great. The next, you're panicking, cutting rates, taking on clients you don't even want just to survive. So freelancing was supposed to give you freedom, but instead it's become a constant struggle. Kasi lagi kang kinakabahan. Hindi matahimik. Wala kang peace. Wala kang peace of mind. Bakit? You're always worried. Paano kung ganito? Nag-overthink. Tama? And then if that happens, nababurn out ka na. You hit a wall. Eventually, you hit a wall and you don't know how to move. Alam mo yung parang na-stuck ka na, naka-stare ka na lang sa sa screen mo. Minsan hindi mo maintindihan kung ano yung nararamdaman mo. Pero you know something is wrong. Minsan may ginagawa ka, bigla na lang tutuloy yung luha mo. Naiiyak ka na lang. Much worse, minsan humahagulgol ka, tapos pag tinanong ka ng pamilya mo bakit, hindi mo masagot kung bakit. O kaya minsan magtatago ka, papasok ka sa loob ng banyo. With those silent tears, nandun kasi hindi mo kayang sabihin sa pamilya mo yung worries mo. Hindi mo kayang sabihin sa pamilya mo what's really hurting you deep inside. Kasi you don't want them to worry. Kasi most of you here, I'm sure most of you are the breadwinners of your family. Tama? Tama? Kayo ang gumagaod para magkaroon ng pagkain sa mesa. Para may pang tuition fee si Bunsoy. 'Di ba? Para, uy, mabili ko yung bagong bag na gusto ng asawa ko. 'Di ba? Because that's reality eh. Pero may nakakarinig ba? Hindi mo ma-open up sa asawa mo, hindi mo ma-open up sa anak mo. Kasi you fear that they wouldn't understand. You don't want them to worry. Pero you need someone to speak with. Dahil kung hindi, masisiraan ka ng ulo. Para lang pala tong para lang pala tong show business. Alam mo yung mga nagto-suicide dahil sa kasikatan, hindi na kayang i-handle. And yes, takot ka na ma-frustrate sila. Na believe sila sa'yo at one time biglang pop, back to zero. Tapos alam mo yung masakit? Wala kang ipon. Isa pa, yung masakit, wala kang ipon. Let it sink in. Ako lang ba walang ipon dito? Wala tayong ipon. Aminin natin yan. Yan ang isang habit ng mga freelancers. 2 out of 10 may ipon. Majority, wala. Pero may iPhone. Pero may MacBook. Pero may binabayarang kotse. Sige, tama na si Ma'am Shi. So, with this, you are trapped in the loop. No? This is why so many freelancers feel stuck kasi they work harder but nothing really changes. No? But now you see it. Guys, do you see it? No? Is it clear? Clear sa inyo? The question is, now that you know, what are you going to do about it? Kasi guys, you are now in the freelancer trap. Again, this is the freelancer trap. No predictability, no security, just endless hustling. Sound familiar? Nakaka-relate tayo so far? Now guys, who here has made money 1 month and then panic the next? Taas ang kamay. Sino? Wag mahiya. Don't be shy. Let's all be vulnerable. This is a safe place for all of us. Okay? Kahit na ilang taon na kayo sa freelancing, kahit na sobrang, ano, agency owner, mas masama ha, pag agency owner ha. Kala niyo mga agency owner na yan, mayayaman, madaming pera, hindi niyo alam. Ang bills nan, mas mataas pa sa ulo, tapos biglang magbababay ang kliyente. Hindi naman pwedeng hindi mo bayaran yung tao mo. Yan. Okay, so that moment, that fear, that's what happens when you don't have a system. And that's why most freelancers fail. Naniniwala ba kayo? Do you believe? Yes. Okay. What if freelancing didn't have to feel like survival? What if? What if lang? What if freelancing didn't have to feel like survival? Like you've been stuck in a system that was never designed for your success, and then a system that rewards endless hustling, uncertainty, and exhaustion. But what if there's another way? What if instead of hoping for clients, you knew exactly where your next projects was coming from? Isn't that something that's great? Hindi ka na mag-hope. Alam mo exactly where your next project would come from. What if you could stop working in chaos and start operating with clarity? I'm sure most of you, akala nyo lang this is what I'm doing, pero you don't really have clarity of what you want in your life, what you want in your business, what do you want for your clients. Tama? And what if you could finally step off the freelancing hamster wheel, the chamba cycle, and build something real? Would it be great? Hindi ba maganda yon? Hindi ba masaya yon? If you have that? Tama. Do you think it's gonna resolve your problem? Do you think you can now say that freelancing is freedom? Thank you, freelancing. I have peace of mind. I can spend more time with my family. I can earn money. I can buy everything that I need. Hindi na ako titingin sa kung ano-anong presyo. Basta gusto nyo, I'll buy it. And there is only one way to turn freelancing into a real business. And the difference between struggling freelancers and thriving ones is simple. Struggling freelancers trade time for money. Hourly, taas ang kamay. Thriving freelancers build systems that work for them. Okay? The difference is not talent. It's not skill. It's not how hard you work. It's whether or not you have a system. Success in freelancing isn't just about skills. It's about managing these 3 key areas. All right? people. Success starts with people. Whether it's managing clients, working with a team, or building strong relationships, how you communicate and delegate will shape your growth. Hindi ka pwedeng laging solo. Learning how to collaborate and trust others will help you scale faster. Okay? Kung wala kang agency, that doesn't mean na you don't need that people area. You're working for a client and you have a team na kinakausap si client mo, hindi lang ikaw mag-isa. So you need to know how to be successful, sa people. Next is process. So the key to consistency is a structured workflow. By having clear processes in place, you can eliminate guesswork, deliver better results, and avoid burnout in the long run. Kapag may sistema ka, hindi mo na kailangan laging mangarag. At mas magiging efficient ang trabaho mo. Tama? Kasi if you have a process, you have a roadmap, kahit nakatulog ka, alam mo in and out kung anong gagawin mo. Because you have that system ingrained sa isip mo, sa puso mo. Tama? And last but not the least, technology. Technology allows you to automate tasks, organize data, improve decision-making, helping you execute your processes more efficiently and scale your business. Yung tamang tools, hindi lang nakakatipid ng oras, pero nakakatulong din sa productivity mo. Okay? Di ba may ChatGPT o kung ano-ano ng version ng ChatGPT ang nandyan. You need to know how to take advantage of these tools so that you can win in this business. Okay, so now, let me show you the 3-play systems formula. Okay? This is not a theory. This is not a guess. This is the system that separates freelancers who struggle from those who thrive. This is practically what you need right now to get started. And today, I'm now going to pass the mic to Coach Jab to show you exactly how it works. Okay?
Malakasan naman si Mamshi, mapanakit talaga. Ayun, anong nararamdaman nyo ngayon, guys?
Baka galit na sila sa
Sino
akin.
na bang umiyak dito? Baka may petition na kayo. Ayan, I want to see. Ayan, sino man sa Zoom chat natin dyan? Tagos daw. Ayan, no? Tissue sa table 9. Ayan, sakit po, tagos hanggang buto. Sinisi po. O, diba? So, meron na ba kayong awareness, guys? Say yes naman tayo dyan. So, awareness. You guys already have awareness? Diba? Yes. I want to know why it's very important for you guys to be aware ano yung the current situation na hindi nyo alam. Okay, ito palang nangyayari sa akin ngayon. Ay, okay, nasa chamba cycle pala ako ngayon. Ay, accidental freelancer pala ako ngayon. So, how it feels? Ano ba yung mga thoughts nyo about it? No? Hindi nyo ba inakala na nandun pala kayo sa situation na yun? Yan. Sabi ni RJ, shot puno. Ayan, shot puno daw. Isang teacher with ice. Isang bucket. Ganyan. Pero, sinampal ng katotohanan. Very important for us really to understand ano yung situation mo right now. The best thing sa freelancer, for me talaga, is awareness. Okay? Kapag meron kang awareness, kapag you are aware on your current situation about the potential, the possibility na may mangyayari sa'yo, you are going to prevent it instead of fighting it. Right? If you are systems-driven freelancer, if you are a true freelancer, dapat very smart ka. Right? Very smart ka na, okay, this is potential na may mangyayari sa akin, how I can prevent it. Yes, sabi ni Judith. Hello, Judith. Awareness is always the first step. And that's why very important na masaktan kayo ng katotohanan. Ayan, para magsisink in. And doon pa lang sa una, it's very valuable. Meron kayong notes. Although hindi sila technical, but it's very important. Kasi nga, awareness is always the first step. It will contribute a lot of things. Siguro, itong ituturo ko ngayon, the 3-play systems formula, makakalimutan nyo. Pero yung natutunan nyo, the awareness, something na dadalhin nyo along the way. Kasi you feel the emotion eh. Okay? Ayan. I'll be sharing my screen. Yes. Ayan. Medyo may inaayos lang ako. Ayan, so sa akin naman, hindi ko kayo sasaktan, guys. So let's paano naman dito? Let's say mag-happy muna tayo, ganyan. And how can we prevent those things? Pero before ako shoutout muna sa kambal ko. Alam niyo mo may kambal ako. Oy, Madge, ano ka ba? Ano ka ba diyan? Pwede kang turn on. Yan. Camera. Nasaan ka ba? Yan. Hello.
Baka malito kayo, dalawa yung
malito kayo. Hello, Madge. Zoom chat ka na lang if ever. Pero,
Gusto ko makita si Madge.
Madge, ano ka ba? Para magkamukha ba kami? Sana ba siya? Wala. Ayaw niya. Nahiya siya. Anyway. So, ayan. So, hindi ko kayo sasaktan for today. We will discuss how to prevent those. So, in the three place systems formula, we have three. Wait lang ha. So, yung notes pala. Hello. Ayan. So most freelancers think success comes from getting their clients, i-improve yung skills, or working harder. No? So na-discuss na natin lahat about why do so many talented freelancers still struggle with inconsistent income. Tapos burnout sila and then unpredictable yung project. Hindi mo alam kung kailan ka o saan ka kukuha ng project. So uulitin ko lang, the truth is freelancing without the system is just another job except without the security. Diba? Common kasi sa atin eh. Ayoko mag-freelancer kasi walang security dyan. Okay? So why most freelancers fail? Because they win projects by accident. Discuss na ni Coach Ice yun. They juggle tasks reactively and then they trade time for money. Ayan. So if you want to like real stability, predictable income, and long-term success, you need more than just skills. Sinabi ni Coach Ice yan. What you need is a system. Okay? And step one, yan, we have a 3 steps dito. Nakikita nyo ba yung screen ko? Fully? Ayan. Hindi ko na kayo titignan.
Yes. Kita namin.
Okay. All right. So, we have step one, architecture process, engineer repeatable systems, and 3, automate. Okay, I have one question for you guys. Bakit hindi tayo makagawa ng systems? I know you guys are very smart. Alam niyo na yung process, people, technology, and that's something, yung actually yung people, technology, yung talagang kailangan niyo when you want to build a system. Pero I want to know why hindi kayo makagawa ng sarili niyong system sa freelancing. Nag-overthink ba? Di nyo ba alam kung kailan magsimula? Ang dami-daming dapat gawin? And that's something that we want to teach right now. Is how will you get started? Easily, practical. No stable fixed offer. That's one thing. Sabi ni Nino. Okay. So, first is let's discuss the step one, architecture process. So, architecture process is all about building a stable foundation. So, you love freelancing because you are your own boss. 'Di ba? Yun yung 'di ba? Para okay, gusto ko mag-freelancer because I am my own boss. But let's be real. Every client is different and every project feels like starting from scratch. Okay? Every client feels like a new job because you have no system. Alam niyo yung parang everyday lagi ka na nagfi-figure things out na okay, okay, gagawa na naman ako bagong proposal. Okay, ano ba yung i-deliver ko kay client? Okay, ano ba yung i-report ko sa kanya? O okay, bukas ba ano naman yung task ko? And eventually, you will just feel burnt out and overwhelmed kasi ang dami mo nang ginagawa but hindi mo alam na value added sila because you have no systems to make things easier the next time. It's just like you guys are operating in reactive mode. You're chasing deadlines, managing tasks on the fly. Okay, naka-receive ako ng task on Slack lang. naka-receive ako. Yan. Okay, sige, kung ano, ang daming mo ng priorities, 10, tapos biglang may pumasok na task, na-disrupt yung ano mo, yung time mo or yung priorities mo. Hoping everything mag-work out. Nag-hope ka na lang. But remember, freelancing is a business. A business without structure is just a time bomb waiting to explode. Itatak nyo sa utak nyo. And freelancing is a business. If ikaw, freelancer ka, wala kang structure, wala kang system, nag-TikTok, and then eventually, you'll just explode. Magkukwit ka. Ayoko na ng freelancer. Magbabash ka na. Ito mga freelancer, walang kwenta. Diba? So, ano ba talaga yung problem is wala kayong standard workflow. So every project feels chaotic, no? Kasi wala kayong workflow. Anong gagawin mo? From start to end, ano ba yung project brief? Diba? Ano ba yung gagawin mo? Binigyan ka ng, mag-create ka ng content, di mo na alam kung anong gagawin, anong expectation ni client. System yun eh. Diba? System yun eh. Yung hindi mo alam, hindi mo nakukuha yung expectation ni client, that's a system. Kasi you don't have a process. Huwag mo isisi sa client mo na paiba-iba yung decision ni client. Ang daming gusto ni client, ang daming niyang vision. Huwag mong sisihin sa kanya. Sisihin mong sarili mo because you don't have a system. Hindi ka structured. Sabi ni Shay, akala ko ba walang sakitan dito dyan. Diba? So, tendency, it's easy for us to blame the people side. Okay? It's easy for us to blame yung CEO, yung client, or yung direct boss mo. Ano ba to? Hindi clear yung project. Bakit hindi naging clear? You don't have a system. Ano ba yung system na pwede mong gawin? Intake questions. Dapat, ready ka. Ano yung mga questions na i-ask mo? Kapag mayroong pumasok na isang task, what are the questions that you need to ask? That's a process. That's a system. Okay, si CEO, sabihin mo, Job, gusto natin mag-expand sa Dubai. Syempre, ikaw, wala kang process, hindi mo alam kung anong gagawin, iti-take mo lang. Okay, sige, Dubai, excited ako, Dubai. Sige, so, anong gagawin ko? Sige, magbibuild ako ng process, ganun. Wala kang process, wala kang systems on how to expand yung business mo sa Dubai. And tendency, mababurnout ka. And tendency, the job na gusto mo, or love mo, eventually may hate mo. Kasi nga hindi ka structure. And common sa freelancer, hindi sila structured. Ayan. Sabi ni Liz, don't blame the people, blame the process. And that is something that we always teach inside sa BBI, and that's always na gusto namin i-cascade talaga sa public. Remember this statement. Don't blame the people, blame the process. Humina ang sales nyo, don't blame the people na hindi sila magaling, ganito, or hindi sila nag-work ng full hours. No, you don't have a process to manage your staff effectively. You don't have a process in terms of delegation. You don't have a process in terms of motivating them. Diba? Motivating employees is also a system. There is a systems behind of it. How you will motivate people? Sabihin mo lang, okay, papidsa tayo, ayan. Pero bigyan ng rewards. But do you know the systems behind? Motivation is a process. May system yan. Diba? Like, understand mo. Dapat alam mo yung kung ano nagpapamotivate sa kanila. You give incentives because you want to correct the behavior. Not just providing incentives because nahit lang nila. Makalat ka. Diba? So, ang dami natin pwedeng discuss about the process, about the system. Pero tayong aabot na 3 days dito. Pero, process set you free, it makes every project easier and more profitable. Yun na naman yung gusto kong i-emphasize na your workflow should eliminate guesswork and make every step clear so nothing slow you down. So for example, it's very clear for you. Lead, onboarding, delivery, offboarding. Kapag nag-expand ka, you're very clear ano yung gagawin mo. Kapag pumasok yung mentee, kapag pumasok si client, alam mo kung anong gagawin mo. When your business has a structured workflow, everything becomes easier. clients feel more confident. Your workload becomes manageable, and scaling stops feeling impossible. Okay. So, ano tayo doon, no? So, um, kapag may process ka, very confident kay client, okay to si job, hayaan ko na to. That's where you will gain the trust ng client mo. And that's where scaling na, okay, kaya pala mag-scale. Kaya pala i-manage yung workload. Ayan. So, ang dami, okay, process, alam nyo na, paano, pero the question is, paano kayo mag-start? How will you start to architect your process? Very simple lang. Kasi tendency tayo dito is, ang dami natin gustong gawin, analysis paralysis. Analysis paralysis, yan. Ayan. So, very simple lang gusto ko ituturo. Document your process. Write down every step you take from kung anumang process na meron ka. For example, onboarding to project completion. One of the techniques na pwede mong gawin is that 5-minute rule. Okay? May process ka dyan. Anything comes in your mind, sulat nyo lang. Just document your process. Don't make it perfect. Identify the bottlenecks. What slows you down? Fix that. Kapag na-identify nyo yung process, itong step ba to is really slows you down, then fix that. Use a task manager or PM tool para ma-manage mo lahat ng tasks. Batch or group similar tasks. So, do content, admin, or client work in a dedicated block of time. So, for example, may mga admin task ka na, okay, mag-send ka ng email, maggawa ka ng report, or like, mag-set up ka ng content scheduling, ibabatch mo yun sila kasi you're conserving your mental energy. Again, you're conserving your mental energy. Para hindi ka ma-burn out. So, this is, so from chaos to clarity, from overwhelm to efficiency, yun yung target natin. So, this is step 1. Build a process that works. So, you don't have to figure things out every single time. Okay ba tayo dito? So again, gusto ko lang ulitin, once your process is structured, you stop working reactively and start operating like a business owner. Ano ka na? Proactive ka na. Sabi ni Jayan, so may share ko lang po, keep this process doc simple. Avoid over-engineering or complicating your process. Tama si Judith. Step 1, alam mo yung SOP, ganyan, ang daming gawin. No, just a step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, 10 steps. SOP na yan, di ba? What if the bottleneck is the client? Again, don't blame the people. Blame the process. Do you have a system, Jian? Do you have a process? Bakit nagbo-bottleneck si client? Do you know the root cause? Okay? Do you have a system solving the root cause kung bakit bottleneck si client? Alam mo ba kung bakit bottleneck si client? Diba? So, where's hindi pa aware, identify the process flow to document. Ayan. So, you need to find ways to have a process para hindi maging bottleneck si client. Kung pwedeng process ito, every minute, every hour, magpa-follow up ka sa kanya, game, go. Magsiset up ka ng Zapier to send every 4 hours, magsisend ka ng Slack kay client or WhatsApp, send message every 4 hours para hindi na ikaw yung magpa-follow up, gawin mo. Diba? So, have a process. Yeah, yan. So, next. So the step 2 is engineer repeatable systems, creating predictable. So once you have a simple process na, no? Step 1, step 2, step 3, clear ka na, you have a visibility, bird's eye view of what needs to be done. Very simple. You engineer the repeatable systems na. You create predictable growth. All right. So, most freelancers are one bad away from panic mode. Ito, sinabi na ni Ma'am Shito. Diba? Their income depends on referrals, random inquiries, or inconsistent project flow. So you rely too much on word of mouth instead of having a structured outreach strategy. Wala ka nun. You don't have a clear offer, making it hard for clients to say yes. Sino ba dito sa inyo ang may clear offer? I doubt. Konti lang. Or, okay, tinikla ko, nag-freelancer lang ako kasi ito yung skill ko. Later ko na i-clear yung offer ko. Your pricing and proposals are inconsistent, leading to lost opportunities hindi mo alam. Yan. So, this means that One bad month leave them stressed, panic, and desperate for work. Sinabi na ni Coach, ni Ma'am Shitish yan. So, this is what every freelancer fears. No clients, no income, and no idea what to do next. And it's what happens when you don't have a system for bringing in clients. Attract clients like a clockwork. Diba? So instead of waiting for clients to appear, you need a systematic way to generate leads. Magaling si Coach Ice dyan. Shout out to Coach Ice. Oh, kasi kahit mawalan ng isang client today, bukas meron na. Siya ang tunay na clockwork. Ice the clockwork pala talaga i-label natin kay Coach Ice, 'di ba? Ice the clockwork. So the best freelancers don't waste time chasing cold leads. They have a repeatable systems that keeps their pipeline full. Yeah. So your system should answer. Where do my best clients come from? How do I attract them? How do I convert them consistently? So, saan sila galing? Paano mo sila i-attract? Paano mo sila i-convert? When you have a system, you stop guessing where your next client will come from. You stop depending on luck. You take control of your income. Minsan, nagko-complain tayo, ay, wala akong hindi ako nakakuha ng clients. Ang hirap ng leads. Ayan, 3 months na, 4 months na. Because you're not investing too much sa systems mo on how to make it better. There's a lot of ways na, ChatGPT, YouTube, including the mindsetting system din yun eh. Habit is a system. Tatanungin kita, everyday ka ba nagpo-prospect? May certain time ka ba? Are you data-driven in terms of prospecting? Like, alam mo ba na okay, madaling araw, maraming clients, yung nag-work sa'yo? Nagma-market research ka ba? Yung ganun, diba? Okay. So, quick wins, if you track it, you can improve it. So again, if you don't track it, you can't improve it. And that's something that you need to do starting today. So the simplest way to start building a system, just start tracking. Track mo lang where your leads come from, what works and what doesn't. Very simple. Hindi nyo kailangan ko ng solid na end-to-end process. No. Your goal is just to start tracking them. Diba? MVP muna tayo. Set up simple lead tracker. Alam nyo, kahit spreadsheet lang yan, like name, email, kahit saan sila galing, follow up, natatrack mo na. And you are starting to build a habit of tracking the leads na you have. Okay? Don't overcomplicate it. Huwag kayo mag-analysis paralysis. Simple tracker. First, sabi natin, first 2 months, tinatrack yung sarili ko, not necessarily in freelancing. Clarity and simplicity. Ako, for example, tama ito si Edrin, for ilang months na, mga 4 months na, nung dati tinatrack ko yung kung paano yung pumapasok yung income ko, saan yung gasto ko, di ba? Ano yung car, ganyan. Pero hindi ko naman ginagamit yung tinatrack ko. Pero nakakabuild ako ng habit. And after 6 months, meron na akong habit of tracking my expenses. Then, I know strategically kung paano ko ma-reduce ang expenses ko. Paano ako makakaipon ng emergency fund. Diba? Simple lang ginawa ko. Nagtatrack lang ako. Nakaka-surprise na 2 months of 2025 na ako. So, develop a 3-step outreach plan. Ano ba yon? Know your audience, create a connection message, and engage daily. That's a 3-step outreach plan lang. Don't make it complicated. Dapat alam mo yung audience mo. Deep research sa ChatGPT. Utilize the deep research sa ChatGPT. Kuha nyo ng psychological buyer profile. Again, i-take notes nyo to. You need to know the psychological buyer profile ng target market mo. Okay? What their fears? Ano yung gusto nila? Again, psychological buyer profile. And then, you create a connection message. Mag-craft ka. Align doon sa psychological buyer profile. And then, you engage daily. You pick a channel. It can be LinkedIn, Instagram. Alam nyo ba, ang dami sa Instagram ng mga leads. Diba? You just need to pick a channel. Alright, so next is package your service into a signature offer. So ano ba yun? Make it clear, compelling, so clients immediately see the value. And the next is create a referral strategy. Incentivize past clients to send more business your way. Dapat meron ka yan. Nakikita, narinig natin yun, okay, dapat meron kong referral, pero I think 80% of right now sa freelancer ngayon, wala kayong referral strategy. Diba? Kahit na direct hire lang kayo, dapat meron kayong referral strategy. So this is not about hoping you get clients. This is about knowing exactly how to attract them every single time. So hindi siya complicated na okay, mag-go high level ako, MMA, ganyan. Just a simple of track them. Okay? Last. Ayan. So, if your business depends on you, you will always be stuck. So nasa step 3 na tayo, automate and scale. So without automation, you'll always be stuck doing everything yourself. And that means no matter how hard you work, your income is limited by your time because you're just trading your service. You're trading for ano lang, no? For time. So let's be real. You're not just doing client work. You're also managing everything behind the scene, diba? Yung invoicing, reporting, hindi ka lang nagdudulo ng client work eh. So, for example, sa social media managers natin, you're manually posting, constantly logging into accounts. Diba? Pero you can automate that. For mga VAs natin dyan, you're answering the same questions from different clients every single day. Kasi, for example, meron kang 5 clients. You can automate that as well. Sa mga designers natin dyan, you're chasing feedback, sending files back and forth, waiting for approval. What if you have a system like forms, like a process, or like you set expectations sa client mo na ito yung process mo? Or, for designers natin dyan, na-collect mo na lahat ng possible revision. Diba? You have a system. Diba? Na-automate mo na. So, most freelancers work way beyond billable hours because of the repetitive tasks. So, the biggest problem na meron tayo, you are the bottleneck. So, if you stop working right now, your income stops too. Okay. Sabi ni Rona, I implemented a referral strategy. Sobrang helpful talaga siya. So, hopefully, after this session, just create a very simple referral strategy. Utilize the ChatGPT. Very resourceful. Okay. Technology should be doing the hardware, the hard work, not you. So, imagine, no, gumising ka sa bago mong clients already na book na. Yan. So imagine projects moving forward without you constantly checking emails kasi you have EA na eh. Kasi for example, VA ka, di ba VA ka? You can actually hire another someone to check your emails. Or maybe you can set up Zapier. Di ba? Zapier mo na okay, automatic filter mo what's important or not. O from contacts, ganyan. So, so automation is not just for admin work. It's for everything you do too much of. I-identify nyo lang ano yung ginagawa niya na sobrang dami. So that's where you can automate. So for example, social media manager, you can use Metricool, no? To scheduler, ganyan. So for VAs, you can even use chatbots, 'di ba? Or canned responses to handle repetitive questions from clients. Pwede din 'yan. Sa graphic designers natin, for sure kapag may isang niche ka, isang client ka, and then alam mo na yung typical na request nila, you create templates na in Canva. So every time na nagre-request sila sa'yo, medyo structured ka. Alam mo na yung gagawin mo. You document everything, diba? So freelancers who automate doesn't just save time. They free themselves from stress. So when you guys automate and scale, isipin nyo lang to. Hindi nyo lang, ang goal nyo is not just saving time. Your goal is to free yourself from stress. Diba? And that is the power of automation. And it what makes separate those who work endlessly from those who work smart. Last slide. Quick wins lang tayo. Small changes, big impact. I really believe very complicated ang lahat ng tinuturuan natin, pero automate clients onboarding, payments, communication, free up your time, and then set up mo yung PM system, and then use tools. Very simple lang. I-document nyo right now, onboarding until offboarding. Set up kayo ng project management, ClickUp tool, create kayo ng workflows, di ba? Sa ClickUp, mayroong workflows dyan. And, yun. Maximize the ClickUp. Ayan. So far, mabilis ba ako? Yan. Okay naman. Ayan. So, ayan. Kamusta naman guys? So, ang goal lang natin doon, if you guys want to review this call or may notes kayo, Huwag kayong don't be sa analysis paralysis. Sometimes kasi we always overthink, ano ba dapat yung gawin ko? But the checklist, yung mga sinabi ko earlier, just mag-start lang kayo. Small changes lang, it will have a big impact later on. If you don't see the value right now, later on makikita niyo yung value. So thank you so much.
So guys, now that you've heard ang panakit na messaging ni Coach Ice, yung very subtle na advice ni Ma'am Shi, at ang pangmalakasang three-play systems ni Coach Jab. Right now, you have a choice. Okay? We have given you everything, provide you with some clarity, provide you validation, making you feel that yes, you are not alone. You are not the only one feeling this. And it's okay not to be okay. Huh? Naipasok ko yun. It's okay not to be okay. And hindi lang ikaw ang nasasaktan, hindi lang ikaw ang nahihirapan. At hindi lang ikaw ang kumikita. Aminin natin. Kaya natin ito ginagawa dahil kahit masakit, alam natin na there's value. You can keep freelancing the way you always have. Hoping, guessing, struggling. Or you can build a business that gives you stability, control, and freedom. So guys, will you keep guessing or will you take control? Comment naman dyan. Nakatulog na yata lahat.
Saktat kasi sila, Ma'am Shi.
Will you keep guessing or will you take control? Are you gonna be brave enough to say, hey, hindi lang ako kumikita ng pera dito. I also have a life. I also have the time that I need. Diba? Hindi ako kontrolado ng kliyente ko. I control kung ano yung gusto kong mangyari sa buhay. I am the driver of this car. Ako yung nasa driver's seat. Tama. You need to take control. And freelancers who work without systems, they stay stuck. Okay? Pero those who build systems take control. And this is it. This is the moment. Parang gusto ko, this is the moment. Ito na yung moment na yan. You already know the problem. You've seen the solution. The only question is, what will you do next? Because I know, just like us, you wanted to make sure that freelancing will never be the same again.
Yan. Ayan. So, before ko, hang on for a second,